Our next guest proves it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Bay Area native Elizabeth Kemp turned her Act 3 into a gripping new career, debuting her first novel, the Silicon Valley thriller titled Tread Lightly. Elizabeth joins us now to talk about her inspiration and her journey. Thank you for being here, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much for having me, Jessica. This is wonderful to be here.
Yes, well, first and foremost, congratulations to you releasing your first novel at 55, and it is already a buzz. So, just what does that feel like to do that?
It just feels amazing to have come up with just a little gem of an idea for this novel about 20 years ago, literally on a cruise to Alaska with my family. I got the spark of an idea, and it's just been brewing in my head for so long. And to see it finally come to fruition, it published on October 10th with Sibylline Press, and I could not be more thrilled.
Yes,
really.
It really is so cool that this is an idea that you had 20 years ago, and it's finally come to fruition. You say that this is your Act 3, with the first one being working in tech and then being a mother.
Yes.
How did you take those two and then use what you've learned to put it into this Act 3?
Right. So, they say write what you know or write what you're interested in. So I obviously had a background in high-tech marketing communications, and I've lived in Silicon Valley my whole life. I'm a Bay Area native, and I thought, I think I could, first of all, write this mystery. It's my favorite genre, mystery, suspense, thriller. So just kind of putting myself out there, doing my Act 3, as I call it, which is my writing act, participating in writers' conferences and building a writing community here in the Bay that really enabled me to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did you take, this idea and let it kind of fester and simmer for 20 years and then finally decide now is the right time? Like, how do you carry that all the way through all that time?
I think it's about just, what are your goals in life? And I went to journalism school, and I had to decide, do I want to go with more business writing, or I was also a minor in English. So I sort of dabbled in both, but I felt that my career in journalism was where I wanted to go, in public relations, marketing communications. But then, after I was home with my kids, it was always brewing in the back of my mind that I really still wanted to write this novel. So once my kids were more independent, I could really just dive in and immerse myself in learning the craft. I had to kind of move from that business writing brain to more the creative writing brain. And, you just need to stick with your goals. And I'm living proof, 55, it can happen. You can start a new act as long as you really put your mind to it and just surround yourself with the people who you really, want to kind of, emulate and spend time with and be similar to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're such an inspiration for that, and I love that that is part of the journey and part of the story that you are telling with getting this book out there. Let's talk a little bit about the plot. What did you want this, everyone to take away from this? What story did you want to tell?
So yes, so the Tread Lightly is about a former hostage negotiator turned stay-at-home mom who moves to Silicon Valley for her husband's job, and she is just eager to just lead a calm domestic life. But when the body of a lifeguard is found at the local pool where she lap swims daily, the investigation connects to an event in her past, and then everything she's worked so hard to overcome threatens to overcome her.
Yes.
So.
How much of your real life did you take into, any of these characters or plot lines?
I would say my first answer to that would be I love lap swimming. So once again, they say write what you know, and I decided that I really wanted to have my character, her name is Tierney, and to have her be a lap swimmer. So it's her outlet to kind of release her stress. And once that pool closes, because they find this, a deceased lifeguard, her whole life just gets turned upside down because she's lost her kind of calming outlet for herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, getting this book out there is with the help from some of the local community.
Oh, absolutely.
You had your book signing party officially at Books Inc. down in Campbell.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to be embraced by that community in that way?
It means the world to me. Every time I look back at pictures of my launch event, it was on October 24th, like you said, at Campbell, and the book from the bookstore manager, Sibylline Press, my publisher who helped me sort of book that event, they welcomed me with open arms in that bookshop, and I really just tried my best to help promote it and get my friends and family and fellow writing writing community. There's some wonderful writing communities here in the Bay Area, and to see all those individuals like turn out for me, it was standing room only. We sold all of my Tread Lightly books that were there in the store, and the book manager, Harriet, who's awesome, she basically said that a lot of additional orders were placed. So I was happy to do my tiny little role in helping promote BookSync as a wonderful bookstore as well.
Yes, well, congratulations to you. Like I said, this book already has so much buzz about it. Where can people grab a copy?
So really wherever you buy books. It's online. If you go into any of your local bookstores, you can request it. They can order it if it's not already there. And I hope everybody loves the story of this, local, it's a fictional town of Parkview, but if you live in the area, you'll see little, special little things that kind of you'll think this is Silicon Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us to share about it. Congratulations on the book. And you, like I said, you're just such an inspiration to everyone out there that they can just continue to chase their dreams and do anything at any age. So
Absolutely.
appreciate you.